हरिः ओम् नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य 20-उत्तर-द्विसहस्रतमवर्षस्य मे मासस्य 17 दिनाङ्के गीताप्रवेशस्य प्रथमभागस्य 43तमकक्षार्थं सर्वेभ्यः स्वागतम्. And we will go for the next two pratyas. Iyasun ishtanau ishtan iyasun इति द्वौ प्रत्ययौ स्तः तयोः अध्ययनम् इदानीं भवति. सो यथा पूर्वं तरप् तमपो इत्यनयोः यादृशः अर्थः भवति स एव अर्थः अत्र इयस्सून् इष्टनोः अपि तादृश अर्थः एव तत्र भवति. अत्र एकवारं पश्यामः. अत्र इयस्सून् इति प्रत्ययः तथा इष्टन् इत्यपि प्रत्ययः. अत्र पुनः इमौ प्रत्ययौ प्रातिपदिकात् भवतः तस्मात् पुनः नूतनप्रातिपदिकस्य निर्माणं भवति. एतदपि स्मरामः यथा तरप् तमपो भवतः तथैव. पुनः अत्र पटु इति शब्दं स्वीकुर्मः. पटु इति प्रातिपदिकं स्वीकुर्मः. तस्मात् प्रातिपदिकात् इयस्सून् इत्यपि भवति तथा इष्टन् इत्यपि भवति. पुनः इयस्सून् इत्यस्य रूपम् अत्र पटु प्लस् इयस्सून् इत्यत्र इयस्सून् इत्यत्र नकारस्य ऊकारस्य अपि लोपः भवति. तथैव इष्टन् इत्यत्र नकारस्य लोपः भवति. अतः इयस् इत्येव तत्र अवशिष्यते. तथैव अत्र इष्ट इत्येव अवशिष्यते. सो पठु प्लस् इयस् तत्र पठीयस् इति रूपं भवति. तथैव पटु प्लस् इष्टन् पटिष्ठ इति रूपं भवति. सो स्मरामः. So always when we add iyassun or ishtan for any pratipadikam, the letters we will fetch the last vowel in the pratipadikam. From that vowel we'll remove all the letters. So that means the last vowel is u, and u plus if there are any vowels, any other consonants after that, we will also remove that. But in this case we don't have any consonants, so in that case we'll just remove ukara. So pat plus es will become patiyas. Pat plus ishtan becomes patishta. So hope you got that. So we will not directly add and we will make a sandhi here, but instead we will remove the last vowel and following consonants, and the remaining, the first part, we will attach it to the es or ishta, and it gives patiyas or patishta. So evam rupani bhavanti. तथैव अत्र पठीयस् इति प्रातिपदिकं पटिष्ठ इत्यपि प्रातिपदिकं भवति. पठीयस् इति सकारान्तप्रातिपदिकम्. अत्र पुनः लिङ्गवचनविभक्तिभेदाः तत्र भवन्ति. रूपाणि एकवारं पश्यामः. अत्र पुंलिङ्गे पठीयस् इत्यस्य पठीयान् पठीयांसौ पठीयांसः प्रथमाविभक्तौ. द्वितीयविभक्तौ पठीयांसं पठीयांसौ पठीयसः एवं रूपाणि भवन्ति. परन्तु तत्र तृतीया आरभ्य सकारान्तशब्दस्य यथा रूपाणि भवन्ति. यथा पठीयसा पठीयोभ्यां पठीयोभ्यः एवं रूपाणि, पठीयोभिः एवं रूपाणि तत्र भवन्ति. सो अत्र तृतीया आरभ्य तत्र यथा पूर्वं सकारान्तशब्दानां यथा रूपाणि भवन्ति तथैव भवन्ति. केवलं प्रथमा द्वितीया एतयोः एव भेदः भवति. पठीयान् पठीयांसौ पठीयांसः पठीयांसां पठीयांसं पठीयांसौ पठीयसः. पुनः स्त्रीलिङ्गे पठीयसी इति रूपं भवति. तथा पुनः नदीवत् रूपाणि भवन्ति. पठीयसि पठीयस्यौ पठीयस्यः. पुनः नपुंसकलिङ्गे पठीयस् इति मनस् शब्दवत् भवति. मनः मनसि मनांसि. तथा पठीयः पठीयसि पठीयांसि एवं रूपाणि भवन्ति. सो अत्र विशेषतया तत्र पुंलिङ्गरूपाणि एव अस्माभिः स्मर्तव्यानि भवन्ति. तथैव अत्र पटिष्ठ इत्यत्र रूपाणि सरलानि भवन्ति. अत्र रामसीता वणवत् रूपाणि भवन्ति. अत्र पटिष्ठः पतिष्ठौ पटिष्ठाः पटिष्ठाः पटिष्ठे पटिष्ठा पटिष्ठे पटिष्ठाः पटिष्ठं पटिष्ठे पटिष्ठानि एवं रूपाणि भवन्ति. So again, the next question is एतयोः अर्थः कः भवति? So what would be the meanings of these two? So यथा tarap pratyayasya yatha comparative meaning will get, the same way iyasun ityasya api samanarthah bhavati, just the forms are different. So either you can say patutaraha or you can say patiyan, so both means the same. So either you can say patutara or patiyasi or patutamam or patiyaha. So all iyasun and tarap pratyaya meanings are the same, only the forms are different. Similarly, tamap and ishtan, the meanings are same. Like either you can say patutamaha or patishtaha, or patutama patishtha, or patutamam patishtam. So the meanings are same, but the rupam, the forms are different. So this is one thing. And there is another difference, like only in certain cases iyasun and ishtan can come, but not all the pratipadikams. So which pratipadikams? Only for the गुणवचनाद् एव, गुणवचनाद् प्रातिपदिकाद् एव इयस्सुन् इष्टन् प्रत्ययो भवतः इति स्मरामः. So we cannot add it to the I think if you remember when we were studying the samasa prakaranam, especially for the karmadhariya samasa, visheshna purvapada, visheshna uttarapada samasa, so we categorized all the pratipadikams into 4 categories, like jati, sanya, then karaka plus guna. So in that case, only for guna pratipadikas, these two iyasun and ishtan pratyas can come. But if you take pachaka or karta, so pachaka you cannot add a iyasun, but you can say, you can add tarap tamapo there. So pachaka taraha, pachaka tamaha, you can add it there, but iyasun ishtan will not come there. So only for uttama or patu or guru, lagu, so only in these cases we can use iyasun pratyaya or ishtan pratyaya. So that's the only difference between these two. And as a beginner, I would suggest you get familiar with the tarap tamapo. So that's a kind of it's a kind of a you can use it for you can use that with any pratipadikams. But iyasun ishtan, the forms are also a little difficult, plus it is not applicable for all the pratipadikams. In that way, you better practice or start with tarap tamapo for your conversational part. So that's one thing, and that's pretty much about the iyasun and ishtan. So any questions here?
Mahodaya, in tarap taram, what we have seen so far, they are all some visheshana rupam, na? The book also, like unnata, uttama. How do we use it? Like pachaka is pachakaha. That is
Yeah, tarap tamapo, you can use all 4 buckets. I think we discussed, you remember that. One of them, the second is kriyavachaka shabdaha santi kalu, pachakaha, so pachanam, so all these things there also we can use tarap tamapo, but iyasun and ishtan cannot be used there. So is that clear, or you have any questions there? I think your question is more about what would be the meaning and how to use it.
Yes, how do we use it? Like pachaka is how will it become pachaka?
Pachaka is the one who cooks is called pachaka. So out of many people, these specific people have the qualities of the pachaka. So that way you can use pachaka tamaha, pachaka taraha. So out of these two, one person has the quality of cooking. He knows how to cook it.
Oh, that way, pachaka.
That way it is.
So that it can be used with any subanta, that is.
Yes.
Okay.
So even it can be used with sanya also, like ashoka taraha, ashoka tamaha can also be used. That means the qualities of ashoka is present there. That's the meaning there. And amra taraha, amra tamaha, or vriksha taraha, vriksha tamaha, you can use with anything.
Astu Mahodaya. Astu, dhanyavad.
Namaste Mahodaya. My question is that iyasun is like tarap pratyaya and ishtan is like tama pratyaya. Is it?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And the second thing is it Is it in use for normal usage in Sanskrit, or is it only for literary or something like that, sir?
See, it's nothing like normal usage or literal literature usage, but it's all about how familiar you are with these forms. If you are very much familiar with these forms, you can use anywhere, wherever you like to.
Okay, so it is something that is in practice, that is constantly in practice to use Iyasoon and Ishtam.
Correct. See, you might have seen few words I will show you in the next slide. So few of them were very commonly used even in our day-to-day spoken Sanskrit. I'll show them. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So that is one thing, and sometimes the prakriya to generate patiyas or patishta, the forms will be little different only for certain pratipadikams. I'll show you the list of those such pratipadikams here. Let's take example here. So these are the list of pratipadikams for which the forms are little different. So I have given the original pratipadikam plus Iyasoon pratyanta pratipadikam, Ishtan pratyanta pratipadikam तथा आङ्ग्लभाषया अर्थः दत्तः. अत्र प्रिय इति प्रातिपदिकस्य प्रेयस् इति इयस्सुन् रूपं, तथैव प्रेष्ठ इति इष्टरूपं भवति. सो अर्थः बिलौड्, डियर् आर् डिसैर्ड्. तथैव स्थिर इत्यस्य स्थेयस् स्थेष्ट इति भवति. अत्र प्रेयस् इत्युक्ते प्रेयान् इति रूपं भवति, स्थेयान् इति रूपं भवति. स्थेष्ट इति पुनः इष्टन् प्रत्ययस्य तम प्रत्ययवत् भवति अर्थः. तथैव स्फिर् इत्यस्य स्फेयस् स्फेयान् इति रूपं, स्फेष्ठ इति इष्टन् प्रत्ययत् रूपम्. अत्र मच्, वास्ट् आर् केपासियस् इति रूपम् इति अर्थः भवति. तथैव उरु इत्यस्य वरीयस्, अत्र वरीयान् इति प्रथमाविभक्ति एकवचनरूपं, वरिष्ठ इति इष्टन् प्रत्ययरूपं, लार्ज्, ग्रेट्, मच्, एक्सेसिव् एवम् अर्थाः भवन्ति. तथैव बहुल इत्यस्य बह्मीयस् इति प्रातिपदिकं, बह्मीयान् इति, तथैव बह्मीष्ट इति रूपाणि भवन्ति. मच् आर् मेनि इति अर्थः भवति. गुरु इत्यस्य गरीयान् गरीयस् इति प्रातिपदिकं, गरिष्ठ इति इष्टन् रूपं, हेवी, weighty or great or best, excellent, all these meanings will come. And vriddha, varshiyas, varshiyan, tatheva varishtha, sorry, क्षम्यतां, varshishtha. तत्र old, aged, ancient एवम् अर्थाः भवन्ति. तथैव तृप्र इत्यत्र त्रपीयस् आर् त्रपीयान्, पुनः त्रपिष्ठ इत्यस्य अर्थः pleased or satisfied. तथैव दीर्घ, पुनः अत्र द्राधीयस् आर् द्राधीयान्, तथैव द्राधिष्ठ अर्थः लाङ्ग् इति. तथैव वृन्दारक, वृन्दीयास्, क्षम्यतां, वृन्दीयस्, तस्य वृन्दीयान् इति रूपं, पुनः वृन्दिष्ठ अर्थः हैण्ड्सम्, अग्रियेबल्, प्लीसिङ्ग् and all these meanings. तथैव प्रशस्य, तस्य श्रेयस् नो चेत् ज्यायस् एवं रूपद्वयं भवति, श्रेयान्, ज्यायान्. तथैव इष्टन् रूपे श्रेष्ठः, ज्येष्ठः, सो प्रैस् वर्ति आर् एक्सलेण्ट्, दीस् आर् द मीनिङ्ग्स्. तथैव युवन् इत्यस्य यवीयस्, कनीयस्, यवीयान्, कनीयान्, यविष्ठः, कनिष्ठः, यङ्ग् आर् यङ्ग् इस् द मीनिङ्ग्. So these words, if you see Kanishta or Jeshta, Shrestha or Garishta, Varishta, so these words we have seen in our regular usages also, we use them. So it's not something new or we need to use only in the shlokas or any works, but if you are familiar with the usages and the forms, you can always use it.
Okay, so in the example that you gave, Patu, we remove the ukara there and you get Patiyas. So, but in all these exceptions that you have given, that rule is not applicable. So, what I want to know is there any other rule that is there, or it is kind of you just have to learn it by heart?
No,
these,
there are 3 to 4 sutras which actually says exceptions only for these specific pratipadikams.
Okay.
So most of these others will actually generally follow the standard rule like the patu, but still there are few extra carvings we may have to do in certain cases. But general rule is this. This is the general we do it, but these are the exceptions. I think in book.
But the others are still.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, what I was saying, the others are also governed by some sutras which are there, right? It's not ad
No,
hoc.
others all will follow this general rule. All others will follow general rule, but there may be very few exceptions. It may be covered with some set of sutras. But most of things, this is a common ground rule, and these are the exceptions. But other than that, there may be few exceptions too.
This what you have given list is more than what is there in the exceptions seem to be more than the rule in the book also.
No, these are the exceptions given directly in the sutras. Okay, and there may be few other exceptions might have been given through other vyakyanas or vyasikas. That is not covered.
Okay.
Mahoday, the Priya Shabd can also be used like Priyatama and Priyatara, like that also, right? Priyatama.
Yes. So remember, wherever you use Iyasun and Ishtan, in all those places you can use Tarat Tamap. But in all the places where you use Tarat Tamap, you cannot use Iyasun and Ishtan.
That's true. Okay.
Mahoday, this list is the exceptional list, what we have here.
Yes. Yeah, correct.
So when can that be used? Only for this Iyasun and Ishtana?
I did not.
No, but it can be used even for. No, why is it exceptional in what? Why is it?
See, example. Let's take Patu and Uru. Uru is a similar word like a Patu. So it should have been like Pati yes. Similarly, Uri yes it should have been. So, but it's a Vari yes.
And but Patiyas and Variyas, how are they different?
No, I'm saying here in the Patu, what happens? Last Sukara goes and es will get attached like Pat plus es, Patiyas. So similarly, Uru plus es, Uriyas it should have been, but it is Variyas.
Oh, how it is formed? The formation is different, huh?
Formation is different here, so that's the exception here.
Okay. And Guru and
yeah, Guru is also same. Otherwise, it would have become Guriyas, but that's not the right. It's not the right Ropam. It's a Gariyas. And similarly, Vriddha, it should have become like if this standard rule, it should have become Vriddhiyas, but that's not the right form we want. It should be Varshiyas. So that's why these are all exceptions.
okay, Astu Mahoday, Dhanyavad.
Astu. And similarly, if you see the Prashasya, the forms are like Shreyas or Jyayas. So it's completely different forms than Prashasya. Astu. Vayam agre charaमः. अत्र स्थूलाक्षरैः मुद्रितानि पदानि परिशीलयत एतेषु पदेषु इयसून् इष्टन् प्रत्यययोः प्रयोगः दृश्यते इयसून् इष्टन् प्रत्ययो अपि तरप् तमप् प्रत्ययो इव अतिशयार्थं बोधयतः द्वयोः एकस्मिन् अतिशयं बोधयितुम् इयसून् प्रत्ययस्य प्रयोगः क्रियते बहूनाम् एकस्मिन् अतिशयं बोधयितुम् इष्टन् प्रत्ययस्य प्रयोगः क्रियते एतौ प्रत्ययौ प्रातिपदिकस्य अन्ते योज्यते अत्र प्रातिपदिकं बलिन् अत्र बलीयस् बलिष्ठ. So I think this is Bali is it's not an exception list. So you can see that you can get this is a very good example actually Balin. So it becomes last ikara, last vowel is a ikara, and all consonants following that will be removed. So just Bal will be remaining. Bal plus Iyasun, Baliyas it become. And similarly Bal plus Ishta, Balishta. And similarly Guru, Vriddha, Yuvan, and Uru, Prashasya and Priya. So these are all exceptional words they are given here. And we have already covered in the previous chart. And that's about it. And remaining all pratipadikams you can try to frame your own Iyasun and Ishta pratyaya forms the same way. And the next is Iyasun pratyayanta shabdasya prathama abhakti antarupani imani bhavanti. ज्यायान् ज्यायांसौ ज्यायांसः पुनः जायसि जायांस जायस्यौ जायस्यः जायः जायसि जायांसि so एवं वयं पूर्वमेव दृष्टवन्तः thanks for watching this video online. If you have any queries or if you want to interact with teachers or course students, please log into forum.sanskrit.today and subscribe to this channel sanskrit.today to watch more videos like this. Share this video with your friends and interested people or group, and make use of the comment section below the video to post any queries or feedback about this session or the series. Finally, like this video. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video online. Let us meet in the next session. Dhanyavadah.